This is NHTV2, North Haven Government Television, a service of North Haven Community Television. The following program is brought to you through the support of the town of North Haven.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Planning and Zoning meeting for September 8th, 2025. My name is Vern Carlson, and I'm the chairman of the commission. I'm going to introduce our staff and we have some few new people here tonight, so we're going to introduce them, get that out of the way, and then we'll go over the agenda and we'll get things set up and get right into the meeting. Okay, out to my extreme right is Andy Bevilacqua, who's our town engineer. Next to him is Jane Ellis. She is our new zoning enforcement officer. She's being sworn in tonight. I guess you are sworn in any event. Yep, she's here to see what's going on tonight. Next to her is Laura Magarasi. She is now our land use administrator. Also
John Carlo.
zoning enforcement as well. Okay, at my extreme left is Catania, our court reporter. Next to her is Christine Hilton. She is our staff secretary. And next to her is Morgan. Say again? Sharon. Morgan Sharon. She is moving into the office to work as one of the secretary on the commission. With that, Rod
Williams, a regular member.
Ken Quick, a regular member.
Paul Wyman, Vice Chair.
Brian Cummings, secretary.
Mark Parisi, alternate.
John Carlo Gallo, alternate.
Okay, with that being said, we have full staff tonight here, so we're all set. Laura, let me get to you first. Were there any changes to the agenda?
No, sir.
Okay, no changes to the agenda, so what you see is what you get tonight. The first one of the call we got here is two public hearings. We'll take care of them, then we'll go right into site plans and go right down. We'll take deliberation at the end of the meeting. It'll be the last part of the meeting, it'll be deliberation. So, with that being said, get right into it. Brian, would you please reel in call of number one, P25?
Sure, this is P25-20S. Special permit application, certificate of location as authorized by section 8.10.1 of Lewis Caliban, applicant Miraja Plaza 2 LLC, owner relative to 45 Quinnipiac Avenue, map 3, lot 15, plan entitled Commercial Complex Site, Plan 45 Quinnipiac Avenue, prepared by Anthony V. Giordano, dated 11/21/72, revised 1/3/73, scale 1 inch equals 20 feet, CB20 zoning district. Okay, Mark?
Okay, very good. This is a special permit for a liquor license. Is there anybody here representing the applicant? You want to step over there? Step right up at the table, into the mic, if you don't mind. Okay, miss. Give us your name and get into
The this one?
that. Come on, Katani.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Well, hi. Good afternoon. My name is Jennifer Mayoral, and my husband Luis Kubilian. We are the owner for Mosaico Cuisine. We just opened a family restaurant in Quinnipiac Avenue. So we offer Latin American food, and we would like to offer with the food some drinks, wine and beer, and because it's good for the business and good for the customers. Mm-hmm. So yes, but basically we want a special permission for that.
Okay, we need a special permit so you can obtain the liquor permit.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and I understand that you did go before ZBA? Did they go before the zoning board of appeals or anything?
Yes, they did.
Okay, so you did. Okay, well, that's out of the way.
Okay.
Okay, just let me ask you a couple of questions and we'll open it to the commission. You're saying Latin American food?
Yes, we are from Venezuela. We came 10 years ago from our country, and my husband is a chef. So he's patient. We like the food and cook the good food. So we have a restaurant, a small place in Brantford for 5 years. But it was just a couple tables and takeout place, and we would like to upgrade the place and offer more dishes, specials, and everything. So we start to look a big place for move, and we're waiting for 2 years in Brantford for a place, but it doesn't happen. So we find this place in North Haven, and we just want to try it here.
Okay, very good. What's the hours you keep there in the store?
Normally we open 11 until 8. We want to try to the breakfast first, but we say okay, maybe brunch, and normally Monday to Thursday until 5, and just the weekends until 10 because it's
Yeah.
more.
Okay. How big is your staff?
Our staff
Yes.
right now.
Yes.
Well, my husband and I, my mother-in-law,
Oh, I see. Okay.
and one person help my husband in the kitchen. It's now we have a lot of tables. Actually, we need a lot of customers, so everybody's invited. and yeah, but for now we are just us, but we want to keep grow up and
Okay.
hire more people.
Sure enough. Thank you so much.
Excellent.
Rod, you got any questions?
Not right now, thanks.
I have no questions. Welcome.
Paul?
No.
Brian?
No, I'm okay, thank you.
How long have you been open here already without the liquor permit?
Just 1 month.
Okay.
Yeah. But we want to wait for the liquor license, but we say no. We have to pay rent, so we need to open early. So yeah.
Very good.
Was that the spot in Brantford in Main Street in the corner?
Yes.
Yeah,
Next to the Brantford Jewelry.
Yeah, I've been there before. It's very good food. My sister-in-law is Venezuelan, so
Oh wow.
been to bring her down there, in the past. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, no, I remember the place. It's very good food. Good
Oh
food.
nice.
You good?
I'm good. That was it. I just wanna.
Everybody good in the commission?
Yeah.
Okay.
My last name, Mayoural.
Staff, we have any questions? Andy? Jane? Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm gonna close this. No, excuse me. Whoa, this is a public hearing. Excuse me.
Sorry.
No, it's not your fault.
Excuse me. Is there anybody in the audience that'd like to speak in opposition to this application? Anyone?
I have a neighbor, and I just wanted to clarify.
No, come on up front here. No, just come right up front.
You have to-
Come right up front here.
Okay.
You have to state your name and
Yeah,
address.
So, my name is Valdemar Corona, and I'm a neighbor. I'm right next door to where you're opening up this restaurant.
let's put you,
And I just have a couple questions about, I guess, the liquor license means that they can serve any type of liquor or just wine and beer?
No,
Just,
just address it to the commission.
Okay.
And
okay,
they'll answer the question when you're through.
okay. So that's my first question, is the liquor license, includes any type of liquor or just wine and beer?
Okay. Anything else?
I have more questions, but
Yeah,
I'll just.
well, bring them on.
Okay, so the next question, you said that you're open from, it's gonna be open from 11 to 5, is that strictly the hours, or is there regulations in what hours they open, or can they stay open any type of hours during the night, or how does that work?
Okay. Anything else? I want to get them all, so she'll answer them all for you.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's all I have right now.
okay. Okay, Miss, you want to,
Okay, so my first name is Valdemar, it's V as in Victor, A-L-D-E-M-A-R. Last name is Kuroga, Q-U-E-I-R-O-G-A. And I live at 41 Glendiac Avenue.
Laura, full license. This is a full license.
Sure.
She said beer and wine.
Beer and wine.
Okay. What type of license are you?
Yes, but we're planning beer and wine,
Yeah.
and maybe some cocktails. If a special Mother's Day or something like that. But normally or basically we want just serve wine and beer.
But you're not asking for just a beer or a wine license, you're asking for a full liquor
Oh,
license?
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, and the hours
Yes.
that you stated, I suppose, will be your standard hours?
Well, yeah, we're gonna say that hours, yes, because Monday to Wednesday is a slow days, so we are just us, so
Yeah.
we need to,
Rest.
Yeah, okay,
But in the weekends, no more late than 10 or 11.
okay, good enough. That take care of it?
So that takes care of it. So my question is to the board now, is how do you guys grant this permit to let them go ahead with the liquor permit and the hours? How does that work? You just,
The one has nothing to do with the other. She's gonna get a liquor permit if this is passed, she'll get an opportunity to apply for a liquor permit,
okay?
and then she'll get that certainly through the office. And then her hours, it's up to her, her hours. We don't have anything to do with her
So you
hours.
don't have anything to do with that. If they want to open up till 2:00 in the morning, you're okay with that? That's what
Well,
you're
it
saying?
isn't a point that we're okay with that, but if they were gonna do some extravagant hours like that, we'd certainly know about it, and somebody'd be talking to her about it.
So I'm still
We,
not.
no, we don't close and open them, no,
So you don't deal with the hours that they open to?
no,
No, we can't
no.
restrict.
Okay, and the liquor license, you don't have anything to do with it either. They go for the permit if the town says, and the town of North Haven makes that decision, not you guys?
We're gonna make the decision now whether she's gonna get a special permit to apply for the permit.
This is just so she could apply to
She
the
can
state,
apply for the permit to the
to the
state.
state liquor. for
I'm
the state
just,
liquor
I'm
license.
just concerned, because being a neighbor, I don't want all of a sudden these guys, nothing against anyone, but they open up and then they're staying open till 1:00 in the morning, and people drink, liquor license, they're outside in the parking lot making a racket, and, so I'm just trying to.
Well,
deal with it,
I
right?
can understand your
Well,
concern.
I've seen it happen in that location before, so that's why I'm
Well-
specifically asking those questions.
Well, certainly if anything like that goes on, that would be a police matter, and you call the police will address with that. As far as zoning goes, we can't do anything with that.
But it starts with the board, with a zone, okay? Because the police, they address issues, but they don't address them the way they should address them sometimes. So I wanna not, make sure that I'm clear up front in what's gonna happen. That's all. And I might not have anything to say about it.
I understand, I couldn't make it any more clear than what it is.
Okay.
What it is, sir, and if you have any other questions, by all means, just ask, and we're happy to answer them for you.
All right.
Thank you very much for being
You're
concerned.
welcome.
Okay. Mary?
Mary White Summer Lane, I wanted to, my questions have to do with, will there be any outside, tables for eating? Will there be any benches or anything like that? And will there be any entertainment, whether that be inside or outside? Because I think that would impact the neighbors.
Okay. That it, Mary?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, actually for now, we have a couple tables on front, no in the parking, just in the front of the restaurant, because the weather is good, but obviously in winter, we don't have tables outside. And the special parties or events, it's just, we are a family restaurant. So maybe if we want to do something, it's not gonna be until late on the night, because it's, the people come with kids and that stuff. So we want to do it just family and maybe birthday parties, something like that. But no, nothing crazy.
Okay. Okay. Mary, does that take care of it?
I think so.
Okay, good enough. Okay, anybody here want to speak in favor of this? Any further questions? Okay, this public hearing is closed. That's it. Thank you all.
We'll make a decision by the end of the meeting.
Okay.
Okay, Brian, would you move on to P2521S?
Okay, this is P
Yes,
2521.
Brian, 1 second. We're gonna take the site plan number 5 along with this at the same time.
Okay.
So let that be said.
Okay, this is P 25-21S. Special permit application of Maiden Lane Properties LLC, owner and applicant and owner relative to 23 Maiden Lane, map 67, lot 8, plan entitled 23 Maiden Lane, M067B 008, North Haven, Connecticut, prepared by Nafis and Young Engineers Incorporated, dated 2/23/2025, scale 1 foot equals 20 feet, CA zoning district. So now I'll read the site plan.
Take your time.
This is P 2521, site plan application of Maiden Lane Properties LLC, applicant and owner relative to 23 Maiden Lane, map 67, lot 8, plan entitled 23 Maiden Lane, M067B008, North Haven, Connecticut, prepared by Nafis and Young Engineers Incorporated, dated 2/23/25, scale 1 inch equals 20 feet, CA 20 zoning district.
Okay, Joe, you're on.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening, everybody. My name is Joe Porto. I practice law with Brett Porto. Our office is located in Hamden. I'm also a resident of the town. I am before you this evening with regard to our representation of Maiden Lane Associates in our quest for site plan and special permit approval. I'd like to just get a couple of housekeeping facts out of the way and then jump right into the application. So the 23 Maiden Lane, generally over there, the backside of Memorial Field, there is an existing building there constructed in 1985, presently vacant. Property falls, as mentioned, the CA 20 zone. Property is approximately 0.68 acres in size, and all of the parking, which we're going to talk about, is presently existing surface parking, and the building has 3 floors. So to start, I would like to begin kind of where we ended the last time. So we filed an application in the springtime for this proposal project, and shortly before we were scheduled to be heard, it came to our attention that we needed to pull the application so that we could obtain approval from the Board of Selectmen to amend the easement. And there was conversation with regard to that easement the last time we were here. We were seeking the commission's positive referral to send the amended easement back up to the Board of Selectmen. At the time, I don't believe the commission had the easements. I have both, if you would like to review them this evening, if you have any interest, or I can give them to staff for the benefit of the file.
Joel, I think we're pretty much familiar with what's going on.
Fine.
at the commission.
Okay, so just 2 seconds on the easement. So the easement goes back to 1996. And what the easement is basically a cross-parking easement. It allows patrons of 23 Maiden Lane to park on the surface parking lot that's owned by the town of North Haven during regular business hours, 7:30 in the morning, 5:30 in the evening. The flip side of that easement is that people of the town of North Haven can park on the surface parking area of 23 Maiden Lane after business hours and on weekends. And I suspect that's for the athletic events that occur on Memorial Field. The amendment made one change only, which is it restricted 16 spaces of the 23 Maiden Lane surface parking area. And if you have your site plans, or I could otherwise hold mine up, I can show you with the color-coded effort that was made to show the differentiation. Would you like me to go over that, or do you want to pull those up?
Go over it, please.
Okay, so if you look at the yellow section, try holding this up so everybody can see it, or Shane, you can hear me? You mind holding this, please? Thank you. Okay, so we have the building right here in the middle of the page. The yellow is 16 spaces reserved for tenant parking only. Yes.
1 second, Joe, you know, this is a public hearing. If you could put that on the easel so that the public could take a look at that as well as we can.
Oh, sure. Chairman, thank you.
I don't want anybody to be left out on this whatsoever.
Wonderful. Okay,
I
all
know-
right, having not brought a board, we're gonna do our
Well,
best. Okay,
I know you'll make do.
yep, all right, so if everybody from the public can see, starting one more time. 23 Maiden Lane is in this box right here, that's the existing building. The yellow is the area that is now called out as reserved for our tenants to park if the project's approved. The green is the area, is a surface parking area for 23 Maiden Lane. As I mentioned, people from the town can park there after regular business hours and on weekends. The blue area that is not crosshatched, but blue kind of brick shaped, that's the parking surface that's owned by the town of North Haven. Patrons of Maiden Lane can park in this area during regular business hours. And then, of course, people from the town can park there on weekends and in the evenings.
Joe, just a second, I lost track for a second.
Yes.
The yellow is what you're reserving for the people living in, possibly living at 23.
Correct.
The green
Take it.
on the Peck Street side, that is for who? No.
Yeah, the green is just the surface parking area that's for 23 Maiden Lane as it presently exists. That's what's there right now.
So that's not the town's.
Nope, the town is called out in blue.
The town, that's what I'm getting at. The town is called out. Okay, thank you.
I have a question too. Can the town park in the blue spots during the day or only after hours?
The easement, Attorney Williams says it's for the exclusive use of the of 23 Maiden Lane during the business hours.
Okay, thanks.
So from reading it, my understanding would be no. But
Yeah, sounds like
in practice, I'm not 100% certain how that occurs.
And how about the
That's
green?
my, go ahead.
No, I was, with the greens, is that a shared space for the town to use or no?
Yes, the green is shared space for the town to use after 5:30.
Yeah.
And on weekends. From like 8 to 11, but all weekend long for our purposes. But yeah, that's what the easement says,
Perfect.
okay? And then the amendment, as I was mentioning, the only change the amendment makes is it creates this yellow block, right? And we're gonna call that, if approved, we're gonna call that dedicated tenant parking. The reason for that, may I put this away? Are we good with this now?
Oh, wait.
No.
Yes. No, I don't mind at all. I just don't wanna be in the picture.
Thank you so much.
Okay? Can I put
All
this
right,
away
yes,
now?
by all means.
Thank you. Thank you, I lost my train of thought there. So, so the easement is called out for tenant parking. That's the only change. There's no other change that's made to the easement or the cross parking arrangement. So everything else will remain 100% the same. The reason for that, when we were talking with Mr. Frederickson earlier on in the spring, the thought arose that if a person, a tenant living there decides to go, say, for breakfast on a Saturday morning, there's a youth game or a game occurring on Memorial Field, that person comes back, all the spaces are filled, that tenant wouldn't be too happy with us. So in an effort to try to avoid that, the thought was to call out dedicated parking. That required the amendment to the easement, that required a trip to the Board of Selectmen, and now that brings us back to you. Okay.
So Joe, am I to understand that the green is strictly during the day for the site?
That is correct.
Okay, so there's no public parking there?
Not during regular business hours, Monday through Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Weekends, yes.
Okay, weekend, public can park there?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. With regard to parking itself, the site is heavily parked. There's 92 parking spaces that exist total between the Maiden Lane property and the town property. Our regulations require one parking space per unit for I'm not gonna call it elderly, it's age restricted. Age restriction is 55 and older. I just turned 55, I'm not gonna call it elderly anymore, so it's age restricted.
But our regulations called it elderly.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
So, age-restricted housing requires 1 space per unit, which is how we got to the 16 spaces. Then, it is, the special permit part of the application requires the commission's consideration if more than 50% of the total floor area is going to be used for dwelling units. And in this instance, the proposal involves just that. So we would need special permit approval for that part of the development plan. The first floor, the bottom floor, initially, the initial plan was to have a retail or retail uses on the first floor. When we were before the commission, I will share with you that it was our sense that the commission was a little concerned with the amount of traffic that might be created by multiple retail uses. So the owners decided that a commercial, very specifically professional office use might be better in that there would be less traffic associated with that. So more specifically, the project involves the conversion of the interior only. The existing building is there, it's not gonna be added on to. Footprint is gonna remain exactly as is. Interior renovations only to create age-restricted housing for the second and third floor. Our proposal calls out 8 units per floor for a total of 16 units. The project will comply with the federal statutory scheme for age-restricted development of people aged 55 and older. Again, floors 2 and 3 will be built out with 8 apartments per floor. Each unit will have a bedroom, bathroom, kitchen. The very first floor, that's going to be commercial space, subject to the commission's approval and thoughts. And it's going to be built out in the following way. All of the members of Maiden Lane Associates are here. One of the owners is going to occupy approximately 600 square feet of space. He operates a building design business. 3 employees, really no traffic coming in. Another owner operates a business in which he does estimates for drywall for large commercial businesses, approximately 1,800 square feet, 5 employees. Again, that business really is a on-site business as opposed to a retail business, people coming into a store. The owners have decided that they would like to offer 2 tenants tenant storage space, perhaps a locker, but not like a gym locker. About 50 square foot per storage facility for our proposed 16 tenants. The remaining space, which will be in a neighborhood of around 3,000 square feet, we anticipate being let out.
Good evening. The North Haven Library will be closing in 30 minutes. All computers, copiers, and Wi-Fi will be shutting down in 15 minutes. All purchases for the bookstore and cafe, along with library card applications, must be completed by 7:45. Thank you.
The remaining approximately 3,000 square feet will be let out to a professional office similar to the uses that are there now. There's a law office over there, I believe there's a chiropractic office over there, so the intent would be an accountant practice, an insurance practice, a law practice, a professional business like that. There certainly will be some traffic generated by that, but certainly not an amount that would create a problem relative to the 92 parking spaces that exist. The building has an elevator in it. And that's really the application. To summarize again, it's going to be a age-restricted development, 55 and over, floors 2 and 3, with commercial professional use on the first floor.
Okay, very good.
Joe, just one thing, and excuse me, Vern.
Ryan, go ahead. Yeah.
Just one thing. Your drawing, if you look at the center of the building, it says existing two-story block building, and we're talking to 3 stories here.
Correct.
Yeah.
Both things are correct. It does say that,
Yeah.
but there is 3 stories there.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was wondering, you might want to change the drawing. Just
Appreciate
for-
that.
Okay.
Appreciate that.
Laura, with this storage use, is storage fall under our office space for storage business?
That's what I'm looking for.
Interior only, no exterior storage.
Yeah.
Interior
Yeah.
only.
Yep.
Brian, you all set for the moment?
For the moment,
Yeah.
just for the moment.
Okay.
Well, it does permit accessory uses customarily incidental to a permitted use on the same premises. So if the proposed storage is for the tenant uses.
It is.
Then you would be, the way I interpret this. you
So
would
it's
be
not
allowed to do it.
it's not a separate business, it's for those existing professional businesses.
It's very, very specifically, it's for the tenants exclusively.
Okay. Now, I still think residential parking, which has been a big topic for all of us, is probably one of my main concerns. But regarding the size of the units, right, I think that was maybe my primary concern is some of them are extremely small and fall beneath the minimums that we require. Has there been any changes to the plan regarding that?
So, when we first met with Mr. Frederickson, we went over the proposed layout of the second and third floor. The efficiency units were a part of that plan. There was, to my recollection, no concern raised to the proposed efficiency units. It is a same theme, but it is a slightly different proposed use, offering an opportunity to someone that would not need as much space. So we do think that there is a market for that. But I do understand your point.
Yeah, and we just have a disagreement because I specifically brought that up at our last, discussion on that, as I feel those size units are inadequate for us. So it sounds like our plans haven't changed, and that's still the same layout that we saw previously.
It is the same layout.
Okay.
Now, we want to earn an approval. So if that's going to be a hard stop, then we can certainly talk about alternatives. But it is in the proposed plan, yes.
I don't know how, to jump in, I don't know how we could approve it, because if our minimum says 700 square feet, we'd be violating our own ordinance if we permitted it as it is. I'm struggling. If you could think of a way that we could, I'd love to hear it.
Well,
I'm struggling with that.
Okay. So so certainly one possible solution would be a variance, which we're not particularly interested in chasing down. One potential opportunity would be to revise the regulations, which we're not going to do this evening. Again, Alan Rod didn't really have a problem with it. If the commission is concerned, we can create a revised floor plan, okay, subject to staff's approval, where we absorb the efficiency units into the spaces immediately contiguous and make, I guess, 2 per floor, slightly larger than the other 700 to 800 square foot units that are called out in the plan. And if the commission would prefer, that, that would be acceptable.
I have one more question. Is the dumpster, is this where it is now? Or I've never noticed it. I've been out there before and it looks like it's in the middle of the blue parking lot at the bottom. If it's there, that's fine. I just don't think I've ever noticed it going out there.
It's there.
It is there?
Yeah, it is there. Yeah, well, there's a pad there. There's a cement pad for a dumpster that was there. But it was proposed to be put over behind the building, actually, in here. Yeah, I know it shows there, but that's where Alan and I And Joe, I gotta take exception with you. When you did meet with Alan, I was in on that meeting, and there was a lot of talk about the size of those apartments.
Okay, well, then my recollection
Yeah, okay.
is incorrect.
I just
and
wanna bring it up.
I
that's all.
appreciate it, and we could address that by
Sure.
absorbing those smaller units into their not their neighbors, to the units right next to
Well,
them.
I think there's several ways you could do that, as far as, you could make 4 into 2
Yeah.
or 4 into 3.
Yeah,
And it would probably bring in the same income for the owner as the smaller one. I'm not
we
not
can-
into that part, but I'm just trying to figure out how we're gonna do this.
Thank you. We can submit a revised floor plan that shows minimums of no less than 700 square foot.
I think that if you don't wanna go for a variance and you don't wanna change the regs, then I think that's the only way we could really approve it.
I agree. I think that's what you're.
And we can do that. We could absolutely do that.
Well, depends on the rest of
And
it.
we could locate the dumpster wherever commission or staff wants it. We
Sure.
could screen it, fence it, put arms around it, that's the tail wagging the dog. Happy to do that.
Okay?
And, yeah, when you did the calculation of the 16 parking spots, right, that's obviously based upon the units and things like that. And looking out for our elderly citizens, and their needs for additional family member support, it seems like we fell a little short in, what additional dedicated parking should be available for them. If they have, a child staying to help them in some sort of health situation, all of those things are above and beyond your traditional resident, right? I think those are important. I think we do have enough parking for commercial spaces, since the spaces in the blue are dedicated for business hours, right?
Daytime,
So,
correct.
based on your office staff, the number of employees you stated exceeds what's available in the green based upon those type of businesses, but we have the overflow to the blue hatch, so I think that accommodates that as well.
Agreed. And if the commission would like more dedicated parking, we have no problem with that. From our perspective, it improves our application, or improves our product. Not sure it improves the application. So we would be fine calling out more dedicated parking, and in our meetings with the selectmen, that issue had come up as well, and I offered the same, to the extent that the commission in its wisdom wishes to see 20 versus 16, we're happy
Yeah.
to do that.
Okay, good.
That's great to hear.
I just gotta make sure everybody's covered here, Joe.
Well, I did have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
To kind of piggyback on Ken's question about, this is elderly. The
Age
park,
restricted.
age. We'll see what the writing says. The parking spaces, are they 8 foot wide or 9 foot wide? I didn't see anything on the drawing.
I need a moment.
Joe, I scaled them off. I think he's a little over 8.
Okay, I don't know if I was gonna ask one
I
of you
think.
guys. I don't know
Well,
the
I mean, you
answer
can
to
check
that.
with him, because,
But we kind of solved that problem. If you're allowing additional parking, we just
Right.
make wider spaces, and, that kind of solves that. Yeah, no, yeah. That's another reason when we get larger spots,
So
we're
9
gonna
feet wide.
grab additional.
9 feet, 9 feet,
9 feet, something better for certain seniors.
That's what we do, 9 feet.
9 feet.
I'm sorry, so I'm told over 8, but I don't know that.
It's
I'm-
not.
Yeah, I thought it was a little,
Okay.
when I scaled it, it was a little
No.
8.6, something
Yeah.
like that, whatever.
Now,
Nine.
if you downsizing these units and putting it, marrying it with other units, you're still gonna have, I don't know how you're gonna still have 16 units.
We're not. We would have
Okay,
less
so-
than 16 units.
So we're gonna have all these parking spots that we currently have on here. So we're gonna have more parking spots than we need if we do that.
Correct, so if the commission approved the project, and if the commission called out 16 dedicated parking spaces, that would be more than the
Exactly.
number of
That's-
units we would have, which would allow for
Okay,
family members or caregivers.
good.
That's correct.
Anything else from the commission?
No, I guess the only thing I'd say is I'd like to see the additional, say there's additional 4 spots in the green covered. That would cover all of my concerns for parking and things like that. If you're amenable to, grabbing a few additional spaces for us.
We are
that would
happy
be-
to have dedicated tenant parking.
What are you talking about right over here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. So these 4, but that would be
they're
plenty.
close to the entrance. I think they're easy
Can
to
I-
get in and out as well.
Well,
Can I make sure I'm looking at the same
Right
one
here.
you're looking at? Is
Here.
that okay? Right there?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But that's just my personal.
Yeah, well, Joe, when you look at that,
So that would bring us up to 20.
Correct.
that'd be up to, they get you up to 20, but if you have to move them over closer to the building, for the tenants themselves, just, in other words.
You mean take it here,
Yeah,
these
right,
5?
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, but just look at it. Just look at it. If you just if you took them from there and put them over, because this is facing.
It is age restricted, so
Yeah,
you walk
right.
a little less. If you
You
put them
wanna
with
make
these,
them walk less,
yeah, what they're saying is right here.
in case you move in.
So all 5 of those spaces are 4 out of that 5.
Either way.
It's whatever you guys want. We're happy to have,
And we'll do 5.
If we
That would
make
be
it
fine.
5, so
Yeah.
otherwise it's gonna be.
Do 5.
Yeah, do 5.
Sure.
It's gonna be, yeah.
so we'll, if approved, we have to let Attorney Capola know so that Jen could finalize the amended easement and then
Sure.
the board can.
That's
approve
great.
it.
Yep.
So that's now 21 dedicated spaces?
That's
16
correct.
plus
Yep.
5 is 20,
Yep.
yes.
So that's even taking into consideration the reduction of the amount of units?
Reduction in amount of units and the marrying of the smaller units, the efficiency units to the larger units.
Right. The revised floor plan will not have efficiency units.
Joe, is there any plan for Saturdays and Sundays for the professional offices?
In terms of, I'm not,
Work, because they're gonna be taking up spaces on the weekend. That's heavily used for the ball field over there, so.
Yeah. It's a fair question. I don't know. So, all I could offer you is 30 years of being in an office and seeing how we use weekend time, and it's kind of hit or miss. We have 18 lawyers, and we all kind of come in at different times.
Well, that's
So-
what, if you're paying for the office, you wanna use it 7 days a week.
Sure.
If you can.
Yeah.
That's it.
So, I mean, I wouldn't say that they would never be there, but, it's, yeah,
So it's a possibility.
it's a possibility.
Okay, thanks.
But I would imagine that once they got the rhythm of when the parking lot's full, they would tend to go when it's not.
Okay. Good enough.
If they're not retail businesses, that need seems really
Yeah, well,
reduced, right?
right.
Accounting firms are typically not open on the weekends, and I think that's.
Sure.
I mean, it would just be a man or a woman going in, like,
Yeah.
in April or
Yeah.
the month before April,
Yeah.
under that scenario.
Well, both ways, this parking is needed for the unit, and it's needed for the town as well. I mean, everybody needs these parking places. We wanna work out the best way we can do it to make it happen.
That would be fantastic for
Yeah,
us.
that is actually my goal in any event, to be sure that the seniors that move into this place, the 16 or whatever it's gonna be, has adequate parking or ambulance, emergency vehicles, housekeepers, whatever might come up. I wanna make sure there's a place for them to park
Understood.
without going into the lot.
Understood, thank you.
Yeah, I guess, Andy, there's an extensive amount of islands and things like that in this complicated parking design.
No, I
You know.
can't change that. Can't change it.
Okay, I didn't know if that would
No,
be a suggestion to,
No,
you know,
no.
give
I mean, you wanna
yourself
take-
some more.
You wanna take, yeah, can't do that. That should not be like that. You know,
These are existing dry wells, Andy?
Okay.
Good.
I have a question. So in Laura's report, there's this mention that the commission should consider whether the light fixtures should be made dark sky compliant, because apparently they aren't now. The question is, does that mean, if we were to consider that, the fixtures that are only on the property or the ones that are also in the parking lot next door? 'Cause
I was
that's-
only referring to the property, the light that he has control over.
Okay, that's what I figured. I just wanted to clarify because they all look the same on
Sorry.
this. That's okay. Okay, thanks.
But happy to make that, you know, properly shielded, downward facing. We didn't do a photometric, but there'll be no light emanating from the property.
Okay.
What?
That's all I got.
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
I'm fine.
I'm good.
No, I'm good.
Okay, what would you want to do with this, Joe? Do you want to continue this, or what do you want to do with your application or not?
Well, I guess subject to the public hearing, you know, public comment.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that, but I'm just,
Well, if the commission were inclined to accept as a condition of approval that we submit to staff a revised floor plan that shows each unit being no less than 700 square foot, we would like to go forward for a decision this evening.
well, I'd have to consult the commission about that, 'cause I don't know about that. What do you think about that? You think you should plan back?
Well, we're getting what we want, right?
Huh?
We're getting what we want.
I don't know if we're getting what we want, but we can see it.
Each,
What's the difference if you just put it ahead and bring it back in a month?
well,
You gotta do it anyway.
the only difference would be another month's delay in building out the project and moving forward with it. And it's by no means anyone's fault, but the project was slowed down by the 824 referral to go up to the Board of Selectmen.
We've approved many plans with contingencies, so. I don't know what the
And
difference would
we
be
understand,
with
it gotta be, it has to be more than 700. So, I mean,
Right.
it's not an aesthetics design, it's just making sure the minimum square footage hits no less than 7.
I think what we've alleviated a lot of the concerns that
Right.
I've had. And now what Joe's gonna have to do for staff is all quantitative. It's not anything subjective.
That's correct.
So, I would feel fine giving it to staff, and if there's an approval tonight.
Okay, approval
Approval to, yeah,
to-
what the,
approval to bring in the apartments to meet our code as it is now.
yes.
As zoning,
With
as
the
zoning is now.
700
Okay,
square foot
all right.
minimum.
I
And the
gotta
changes
get
as
this together.
mentioned.
I have a question
Yeah,
about
go
that.
ahead, go ahead.
So the way the layout is presented in the drawings that we have, there are some solid walls between units. Is this, maybe you can't answer this right now, but if you can, is this as simple as just removing the wall in the smaller units and that'll be absorbed by the neighbor, or is there gonna be more like shuffling of walls in all the units? Are you able to say? Or-
Now, why don't you come forward, sir? We want to get all the information we can possibly get on this.
Rudy Fasano, thank you, sir. And just to
You gotta give
go
your
back
address.
on, sorry, post address, 118 Pearson, Pierson Drive, Wallingford, Connecticut. So the answer to that question is, it's a simple, and we'll make this revision within 5 days. You can see it. Is taking a section of the wall out, marrying the units that were studios next to the one bedrooms, which were only 4. Upper and lower, totally carbon copied, and making it a 2-bedroom unit. It's that easy, honestly.
Great.
And there'll be 2 bathrooms, there'll be large enough closets, large enough kitchen, it's that simple. It's a
You make the
concept.
changes that'll make the staff happy with the
Absolutely.
700
Absolutely.
feet.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
No other questions now.
John? John?
I'm good.
Fine.
Good.
Friday.
Good, thanks.
I'm good.
Okay. Okay, let me get, is there anybody here who would like to speak in favor of this application? Anyone in favor? Anyone here would like to speak in opposition? Any questions? We'll get there, Mary.
Okay. Mary White, Summer Lane. So I have questions, comments. So I'm not against it. I just think it needs some work. There's definitely a need for senior housing, senior apartments. There's, I don't know if you've heard about it, but there is a list out there, their housing department, that is so full of people wanting to get their, you know, either senior parent or seniors to get apartments. So they closed the list. So regarding that, I was wondering, since it is going to be built, constructed in North Haven, if there was going to be any type of, I don't know, pecking order or something for the applicants who apply to move in, like giving preference, if possible, to North Haven residents. Instead of the North Haven seniors having to move out of town, you know, they have an option to go there. So I just want to ask that question. So I believe that the 700 square foot minimum per unit, according to the regulations, I definitely think that they should do that. They said that they will do it. What else? Okay, as far as the dumpster location, where is it on the plan? And they did agree to screen it or fence it, but am I understanding that that's not shown on the plan? And as far as the fixtures on the property, the Maiden Lane property, they're not currently dark skies compliant, but they said they will make them dark skies compliant. That's a good thing, but it's a promise. Let's see, it's moving over here. Relative to the increase of the dedicated parking spaces for the seniors, they said they will increase them. I think the number is going to go up to 21 dedicated. Again, it's a promise, so we haven't seen it. My question on that is the 92 existing parking spots on the whole lot, how many parking spots of those 92 are Maiden Lane's parking spaces? Let's see, what else I want to talk about? Okay, so I wanted to talk a little bit about those obnoxious and large islands on the property. Tom and I went over there and we drove around, and when we did it, nobody was there. So we're driving along, and on their map, they're over, I'm sure you guys have been there. They're over like to the left on the map. So we just have a 4-cylinder Ford Escape, so we don't have this huge truck or anything. And we're trying to, you know, turn around to go around. And I was like, whoa, watch out, Tom, because we nearly, you know, hit the side of the car with that huge island on the corner there. And then there's another one right next to it with these really overgrown trees. So the building was constructed in 1985. So does that mean that these obnoxious large islands were also constructed in 1985? And what I say right now is,
The North Haven Library will be closing in 5 minutes. Please bring all items to check out at this time. Thank you.
so what I feel right now is that those are a public safety hazard, because I just said to Tom, imagine cars parked by the building, cars parked in the parking spaces, which is the towns, I understand. But who would be responsible for making those safe? So they're in the blue, so that would be the town. So I would have to bring my concerns about safety to the building department, roads and roads department or whatever. I mean, where do I go here?
To be clear, you're talking about in the blue, and
In the blue.
you're not happy with these big islands.
Oh my God. Have you gone over there?
I don't think that's gonna be part of what they're responsible for.
Right. So I'm just
Right,
asking,
Andy? That's gonna be
Whatever.
the town.
so where do I go?
And then that's a site plan regulation.
Those huge obnoxious things
I'm
are
sorry.
per code?
They were back in '85, right?
Because
Got
there's-
approved and it got built, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. So they're not responsible because they also block the,
It has nothing
the
to do with
view.
what we're doing tonight.
Okay, so Public Works then, I should call them and say, look, you gotta get out there and trim those trees.
Sure.
Because
definitely.
I can't see, so if I can't see, the seniors can't see, because at least we can do that. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do that. So basically, we've got promises, that's good. We're not sure how many units. We're gonna go from 16, we're gonna absorb the efficiency ones. Am I hearing 4 are gonna be absorbed? Is it going into 2?
Sounds like we'll
To
have
make it
we're gonna probably
14,
have 14. is
And
what-
those efficiencies are going into, okay, again, it's a promise, okay? So I'm a little bothered by it. A lot of promises are made to the commission. I would like to be able to see these promises on plans. And I would like to, see it during a public hearing so I could ask questions if I happen to have more questions.
Sure.
So that's how I feel about it. I mean, certain people will promise you the moon, and then when they actually get down to land use, you know what I mean? Maybe it's not exactly what we promised to the commission.
No.
Well, here's-
So
here's-
I just have a problem with so many, we are getting the promise,
Well,
but it's not here, it's not, you're
Right.
approving a plan, and you're gonna have this giant list of contingencies.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but
I
they
just-
can't,
I just
they're
feel-
not gonna be able to move forward. We're not gonna let them move forward unless it meets the requirements, or it meets the contingencies, right?
It would be a condition of approval.
Yeah, so it's a
There wouldn't
condition.
be
Lot of
permit to
conditions of
build.
approval then.
Yeah,
It
right.
would
They
be,
will
yeah,
be.
they wouldn't, so the procedure is, they won't get a building permit until they show it all on a site plan.
Till they.
Okay,
yeah,
so
till-
all the promises that they
Right.
made are gonna be listed during the deliberations
Yes.
on this public
That's-
hearing.
Yes.
That's my role,
Okay.
that's the commission's purview.
And then they're gonna do their plans again, and then they're gonna submit them
The
to
plan
land
is going-
use,
is going to staff.
going to staff.
And as long as it meets
And it-
with what we talked about tonight.
Okay,
They're
the
going
conditions.
to approve
Okay.
that part because we have approved it here.
okay.
And nobody would be able to occupy it if
You
if they
can't get a
didn't- if
CO.
they didn't meet it. They would get a
Okay.
CO.
All right, so if I wanted to see the plans, then I would just call land use
Yeah.
Laura
Right.
there.
Exactly
And say,
right.
hey, are they in? Can I come take a look?
Sure.
Because I wrote down the promises, so.
And you know what, Mary, too, if you want a copy, when
Oh.
we get them, we've been scanning them all in now, so it's
Okay, great.
easy peasy.
Good.
All right, thank you.
Very good, Mary.
Good,
Thank
and
you.
good points, Mary.
Good,
Okay.
good
Thank
job.
you.
Good
Thank
job.
you. Thank you.
And I think there'll be an additional security in the easement that's going to be approved. Now that is gonna have the additional parking spots before that's even approved. So there's additional safeguards for us to ensure that we're getting what we are promised.
Okay, thank you.
Good.
Okay. Sir,
Just for clarification purposes, 12 units.
I can't hear you.
12
units. 12 units. 12 units, right.
Oh, there'll be 12 units?
16 and 12.
Okay.
Okay.
4 two-bedrooms, 8
Okay.
16 to 12.
Thank you.
Okay, that makes a difference. Okay. Is there anyone else that's got any questions here before we close up this? Okay, hearing none. Joe, is there anything you want to add?
I can tell you how many parking spaces there are in Maiden Lane. Mary asked that, 33.
Okay, well, you can add that.
yeah.
That's nice of you, but the fact of the matter is there anything that you want to add that's pertinent to what we're talking about?
No, thank you
Okay.
for your time. I appreciate it.
Hold on, hold on.
Okay.
Staff, you have any questions? Any further
I think
questions?
that they've all been answered at this point.
I'm sorry?
They've been answered at this, well, wait, hold on a second. Attorney Porto has talked about the uses that are gonna be in the commercial area. Are we holding them to the office uses as during
Holding it,
deliberations?
yeah,
I wanna
well,
make sure that that's on
Yeah,
the,
they would need to do a, change of use. If we, not change, well, maybe
gotta
change
be.
of use, they'd have to read.
Right,
Yeah.
it's gotta be complete, Laura,
It's
there.
got-
we can go over this
So
later on, so we
If
can,
we say office and then they wanna put a
can't do it.
gymnasium in there or something, they're gonna have to come.
Anything they do
before us
below
first.
grade there, it's gotta come back to the commission.
All right, so any changes other than what was
Yes,
discussed this evening will
correct.
come back to the commission?
We'll have to come back here.
Yep.
Okay? All right, anything from the commissioner? On this side? No? Good. Okay, no. You're out, Mary. I'm sorry.
Just wanted to ask about
Yeah, okay.
dumpster location, you didn't answer it.
What?
Where on the plan?
Dumpster location.
Oh, yeah, that's.
Everything will be
it's on
here.
there.
Okay, with that being said, then, I'm gonna go ahead and close this public hearing, Joe, and, that's it. And that's it.
Thank you.
The public hearing is closed. You know what we're gonna do? Good job, by the way.
Appreciate it.
Woo!
Hi, Joe. I'm Jane. Nice to meet you.
Take a look at that crowd. Hey, Ryan, take a look at that crowd. Just leave it there.
So here's
Take all
two
those.
sides of that, and you're gonna get rid of a dumpster, because there's no way it's a dumpster.
They're getting everything.
Take off something.
Your answer to
It's gotta be,
the plans now on the
I
web,
didn't
so we
get ever
can
get
do them.
never be able to take
You
it.
said you
Okay.
got your scanning.
Okay, we're gonna give you a couple minutes here just to clear the floor. Come on, boys, out. Please, we got a meeting to do.
Oh, okay.
Mary?
Okay.
Mayor?
I,
You got the wrong one.
No. If you wanna
I
stay, you
got
can
all
stay. I
of
just don't want no noise.
things, but I put that in here.
Okay,
It's like land, like a little area.
you guys ready?
Definitely.
Wanna move forward?
I'm crazy.
But we do wanna continue to support outdoor business. Yeah.
Okay, we got,
Sizes, make the additional
we got
parking.
P25-16. Empire paving application.
Read it in?
You wanna read it in, Brian?
Okay, sure.
Okay, we'll read it in. Tom, we're gonna read this in, take a minute.
Okay, this is P25-16, site plan application of Empire Paving, applicant Newcastle Associates LLC owner relative to 182030 Bernard Road, map 11, lot 2, plan entitled proposed outdoor storage and accessory building, Empire Paving Incorporated, 30 Bernard Road, North Haven, Connecticut, prepared by SLR and SLR Consulting, dated June 13th, 2025, scale equals 1 inch equals 50 feet, IL 30 zoning district. You want me to read the cam too?
No, the cam, no. Yeah, right, just let the record show, we're gonna take the cam with the site plan. Okay, sir?
Thank you. For the record, Tom Daly with SLR Consulting. I'm here on behalf of Empire Paving for an application, for a site plan application for a storage building, outdoor storage, and then the CAM. On this particular project, the CAM really doesn't, has little impact. But Empire has been on this site for many, many years. Our goal this evening is to essentially get approval for a pre-existing condition and get the site into compliance with your zoning regulations. Empire, and actually before Empire, DeFelice owned the 3 lower properties. And if you look, we included in our package to you aerial photographs that go quite far back and show there. And anybody who's been driving along 91, you've seen it very visible. So on this map, on the left-hand side, that kind of diagonal line is I-91. In the green hatched areas, if you go out there, you'll see the construction equipment that is located there. And then to the rear of that, in the light blue, and also down below, and also on the far left, Empire, that's where their headquarters are. They're located there. No activity for this application is on that property. But in the light blue area, so Empire is a construction company. They have jobs that are coming and going. They need equipment storage, and they need materials. If a job needs catch basins, many times they'll be put here, or sheet piling or pipe. It's just a natural contractor's yard, and the materials change depending on the project. So if they pull the sheet piling out of one project, it'll go in here and store. So in the blue areas, we identified those areas, called out those areas of basically construction. I know there's a comment about us defining that, but as you know, construction is, it really depends on the construction job and where you're moving materials back and forth. The green cross-hatched area, if you've been out there, that's where the construction equipment is lined up. So we've identified that as a separate area. The gray lines you're seeing are basically access drives. So those are areas we're not gonna store, and that's where allows the Empire to get in and out. On the lower side, the gray box is a storage building. Now, there's one comment in here about it being an accessory structure, and that may result in some zoning non-compliance. We own both properties. We'll just merge the two lots together, so the accessory structure falls on the same exact parcel as the primary structure, and it takes that kind of zoning and setback issues go away. These lots are really, they've been that way for a long time, but Empire functions the whole property as one. So we're more than happy to make that merge of lot, and that makes the setback and the zoning issues go away. We are, right now, the storage building is more of a hoop structure, and on the two sides are storage containers. We would like approval to keep those storage containers. They're tucked in right against it. And then the orange area is where they keep some of their additional construction equipment. In addition to that, there was the comment about screening. If the commission is so inclined, we'd be willing to put low-lying shrubs along the front of the property to provide some screening to, once again, address that particular comment that came in there. So between, but ultimately, we feel this outdoor storage is very well screened. You really can't see it to the rear of the property. There's a large building in the front. You really can't see the thing. And even when you go by 91, you can see the equipment in the back, but really, most of their storage area is actually storage equipment is not tall. It's on the ground, it's pipe on the ground, catch basin, sheet piling. So these are not storage, 20, 30 feet in the air. But it's Empire's desire to get the project, the site in compliance with your zoning regulations.
Well, that's what the whole thing is about, to get the whole project in compliance with town regs.
Correct, and it's been evolved over the years. As I said, DeFelice was there for many, many years.
Sure.
But we, working with town staff and getting some guidance with the former town planner and then the current staff, yes, the goal is to get this property into compliance.
Yeah, and but the only thing you see from the road is just the equipment that's being displayed.
Correct.
From 91, so it doesn't show anything there.
And we flag that as a separate area as opposed to the construction storage, which is to the rear.
Yeah, it's all to the rear, so it's pretty much out of sight. But I think everybody's been there and took a look at it. I know that Ken had.
Yep.
And I know the rest of the commission are taking a look at it. So, you got any questions?
And we have representatives of Empire here if anybody has any questions.
Okay.
Very neat and organized.
Okay, Brian?
You talked to screening. Could you show me where you're thinking about putting that screening?
Because this is our front yard, the screening would go along the road here.
Along
McDermott Road.
McDermott, sorry, Bernard.
Bernard.
It's a little strip.
Yeah. No, because I know you said that you had the drawings from 1970, and you said, we're doing this, but it was a lot less busy in 1975 than it is now, so the screening will help.
This area here, actually, if you look back at the aerial photos back in 74, this was probably a lot more disorganized. It's actually pretty neat and tidy right now. But this is the area. This area came later. Admittedly, so this came later. But
that's nice and tidy where here, isn't it? You go a little bit that way, it gets really untidy.
Okay.
Okay.
Which way?
Towards you.
Oh.
Towards you. That way there.
Going there?
Yeah, going that way.
Okay.
On the property where you were.
So we're committed. There's a grass strip right here that we would do some enhanced plantings in there to get some screening.
Good.
Okay.
How high would the shrubs be?
I think we would start with, they would probably be anywhere from, planting, they would probably be 2 to 3 feet, and over time. But we also, it is a business, and it's a small area, so we would find shrubs that would stay compact and not become overwhelming.
So Tom, because of the nature of the building, you're not able to label exactly what's going to be in the containers from time to time for the storage materials, but you do have areas labeled that will have those.
Correct.
Okay.
And I think one of the goals was that we needed to get some dimensions and really define it more on site. So the new revised plan says square footage of the area, we put dimensions on it, so it allows zoning staff to go out there with a map and say, that's what it is. But I'm not, because it's not just like we're making bricks, right? So it's hard for me to pin down the actual type of construction materials.
They're gonna change.
Yep, they change, correct.
We're talking
Right.
usable materials, not waste, temporary waste
Correct.
storage or any kind.
Correct. The intent is these materials are going back on a construction site. So if you think about it, if you have, many times when you do construction, you have to buy a product, say sheet piling. You pull the sheet piling off, that has value. So it gets stored here and we hope for that next construction comment, it's gonna go over and get used. Or pipe, say you bought too much pipe, it's got too much pipe and you have to come store it, we're gonna use it on the next site. So it's a valuable product that will go back into a construction site.
You good? You good?
I'm good, yeah.
Okay, you're good?
I just to cut to the chase, you've looked at all the comments by land use and Andy
Yes.
in engineering, and you're good with all of them?
Yeah, I believe, well, really the primarily ones were, I think Andy talked a little bit about how do we better define, we're talking that conversation about that, we can't define this area.
Yeah.
Laura's first main concept was really how does an accessory building get addressed? We'll merge the two lots and that makes that go away on that. Because right now, it's an accessory building sitting on a lot with no primary use. So basically, we would get rid of this property line right here, merge the two together, makes the setbacks go away. And then the other one was screening, we just spoke about that. So yeah, I think we're in good shape in terms of the response to comments.
Thank you.
What about Laura's number 3? Did we cover the items that'll be out there? This is just, you mentioned a number of items. Is there
No, I
anything
think
else?
it's once again, it's not soil typically, it's construction materials in terms of usable construction, pipe, catch basins, sheet piling, other concrete structures that would be used again on some other construction site. We're not, and as I think somebody said, it's not waste material where like we had material from another site, we brought it over. It's actually, they're active, they're in and out there working on it. So I'm be more than happy to talk, if I don't know, town staff, how do I pin that down? I struggled with that a little bit because it's a variety, but we're happy to talk to the commission about it.
And it could change.
It could change.
You could do a big job and have different. Yeah.
But there's a limited, it's not a lot of area.
Right.
So, I think there's history. I guess the good thing about coming back in, it's been nice and tidy out there for a long time. So, I think even the aerial photographs will show you, it's what the aerial photograph of 2016 and what you see out there today is virtually the same. So I think history tells us that it can be stable. And and frankly, if something changes and Empire has to, we have to come back to the commission and if they change it, it's just not construction materials, we'll come back to the commission.
Sure. Ken, you got anything?
After taking a tour, I have no questions. Thank you.
Rod?
I just have one other question. The machines that you see when you go along 91, are those used just for the job site? Are those inventory to be sold, or are they just machines that will go out to any job site that needs them?
They're inventory to be sold. Inventory. The equipment that they use for more construction, when it's on the job site, that's how it is. But they use this area more as their employees are coming in and out. This is inventory to be sold.
Okay, that's how I understand.
And that's what we tried to show on the plan and call it separately than the other area.
Okay, thank you.
Good? Rod?
I'm good.
Okay. Good understand? Good understand. Okay, very good. Okay. That's it. That's it, very good.
Thank you.
Tom, thank you very much. Closes this site plan application. Okay, gentlemen, thank you very much. Okay, we move forward. Where are we going now? We're gonna go into other. Go right down the list, gentlemen. Go right into, might as well take all this in deliberation. No, let's go into other, take that. Okay, other, 370 Bassett Road. Okay, the solar, okay.
Mr. Chairman, so I can preface some of this discussion before we even get into it. So this is Quinnipiac University's putting in a basically an electrical generation facility. It is not really subject to the commission's approval. It's going through the siting council with the state. What Laura and I have talked about doing is bringing some of the siting council applications into the commission, just so the commission can understand what they're about. And it's more from the standpoint, I remember when the solar panels went up on Route 17. And I had several commission members asking me, what's that all about? I don't know anything about that. How can that happen? How can we never approved that, you know? So I thought it was important for the commission to at least hear about the applications. If you're not having an opportunity to vote on them, at least have an opportunity to hear about them and understand what they are. So that when you are questioned by your constituents later on, you have some background and history. Now, I think in the past, we've provided copies of those applications to the commission. And I think I just want to kind of take it one more step. The applicant here has agreed to come in. I wouldn't necessarily bring all applicants in, but at least allow staff to have an opportunity to kind of discuss these things with the commission. That's all we're trying to accomplish here, so. Appreciate it.
Okay, 1 second, Christine. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, so my name is Walter Benola. I represent VFS Energy Services. We will be the owners and operators of the two generators and the battery energy storage system that's proposed for Quinnipiac at Bassett Road. So I don't know whether you had an opportunity to see what I prepared here. Maybe we start with the maps. Okay.
Yeah, we have it here, sure. We looked at this.
We've got in your package.
Yep.
The last 2 pages. So we have the general arrangement drawings that shows how the fuel cells and the battery will be arranged on site. And then I have a survey map that gives the location of the facility and the proximity to the nearest property line. So we're about 168 feet off of the property line. And the units will be directly adjacent to the electric building that's there. And the diesel generator, backup generator. So it's all in the same proximity.
So this is gonna go on a new pad there?
Yes.
It's gonna be a new pad?
Yeah, it'll be a new pad.
Yep.
All the piping will be underground. And it'll be completely fenced.
Okay.
So this will be just for your use, right, Walter? For Quinnipiac's use?
Yes.
And they're not gonna sell it back to the UI, or there's gonna
Well-
be any energy that goes back to them, or it's all gonna be stored in batteries?
Well, there may be at some point, but it'll be minimal.
Okay.
And then the batteries will be used for peak shaving.
Okay.
Okay.
And the batteries are lithium? What are the batteries?
They're
Gel?
lithium ion here, yeah.
Okay. And the fuel cells are hydrogen?
Yes.
No?
Yeah.
No?
We derive the hydrogen from natural gas.
Okay, okay, good.
Walter, the fans on these, how much noise they make?
There's been a full acoustical study done, so I'd be happy to share the link. I think I have shared it with you, Laura.
It's possible.
Yeah, I think, but if not, you'll have it tomorrow morning.
Okay, thank you.
They're fairly quiet. You said
Yes.
168 feet from the neighbors. This is not gonna.
Yeah, we don't anticipate any issues, and we can outfit the fencing with acoustical blankets to you know. What we do is we do an actual physical reproduction of the noise.
Okay.
Right, so we have digital recording, and that gets run, and then our acoustical engineer takes readings at all the adjacent property lines.
Okay.
Right, once the facility's built and operational, we'll go back in and we'll prove the compliance with North Haven's
So it's not just decibels
Yeah.
levels, it's frequencies, what
It's,
you're saying?
it's expensive, yeah.
Okay.
And that'll be on the link.
Mhm.
So that original study was submitted to the siting council. And so you can read that entire, if you're having trouble falling asleep at night.
So actually, the siting council does review that information before
yes.
it comes to us.
Not everyone.
Okay, very good, thank you.
Is this being used to support a data center, or is it more of a backup type
No,
of generator?
No, it would be, no, it's not backup generation. It would be,
Yeah.
it would be near base load generation for
Okay.
the university.
If you need it, it goes right to it,
Yeah, it's connected directly to the university.
directly in.
Yeah.
Okay, Rod,
No questions, thank you.
okay,
Do they have any of this on any of the other campus areas in Hamden at all, or is this their first?
We'll be doing both Hamden campuses
Okay.
in concert with this.
okay, good enough. Everybody satisfied, staff? Good? Okay, thank you very much.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
Okay, that's under other, and we have one more to go here. We have the appointment of the new CEO, which is Jane Ellis. She is there. And we need to, well, we'll do this in deliberation, I think. Does everybody know Jane? Well, you know.
I met her.
As of tonight,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, she's gonna be the new CEO, taking Laura's place. Laura's gonna be backup. We're gonna also take that. She's gonna be the deputy per se, and then Andy comes in there somewhere along the line too, so we got the whole.
Oh, you're not
gang.
taking away
We got
from
the
me?
whole gang right there.
We got you last one, didn't we?
Come on, Vern, this is your chance.
Not a chance.
So, do we do it in
Yeah, we'll do it.
deliberation, or we do it
We
in
can
the
do it.
regular meeting?
Yeah, we can do it right now.
We can make a motion.
Make a motion to,
Make a motion to make Jane Ellis the,
yeah, the new CEO
New
in
CEO.
North Haven.
I'll second that.
Okay, I have a motion.
I did.
Okay. Wait a minute, before we do this. Let me get a motion to go in deliberation. Let's do this in deliberation.
I'll make a motion to go into deliberation.
In a second.
Okay.
Second, okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're in deliberation.
Aye.
Okay, now, so we have a motion by Paul. We have a second by Brian. And that is for the new CEO. And all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, very good. Congratulations. Thank you. We're happy to have you here.
Happy to be here, very
Yeah,
happy.
okay, that's okay. Now, we got to have, I'd like to get a motion to appoint Laura to deputy CEO. Deputy, I guess you call it.
I would like to make a motion to appoint Laura as the deputy CEO.
Okay,
And I'll second that too.
okay, and I'll have a second. Oh, I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, very good. Congratulations, Laura. Now, I want to make a motion to get Andy, in case all else fails. Andy will take over. So he is the deputy, I guess. Give me that
Is that
motion.
deputy dog?
I'll make a motion to have Andy as the backup.
Okay,
And I'll
To-
second that one too.
Jane and Laura.
okay. So I have a motion and a second for Andy. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Thanks, Andy. Thank you. Thank you all. Okay.
Thank you, Glenn.
That was good. Got that part out of the way. And we are in deliberation, so we're gonna continue, go right along with this. We'll back up to the beginning of our agenda this evening. We'll go right back up to our first agenda. Our first call of order here is the liquor license for 45 Quinnipiac Avenue. I'd like to get a motion to approve it as it was presented to us. There is no question about that, so it's the matter, get a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve it.
Okay, in a second?
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, very good. Now we go down to Maiden Lane. Maiden Lane is, we're gonna take the special permit first and the site plan second, if we can do that.
Can I ask a
No,
question
no,
before we vote?
no, huh?
I wanted to ask something about this before we vote.
Okay, by all means, go ahead.
The dumpster, is it gonna be screened, and if not, can we
Has
put
to
a
be.
condition that, oh, it has to be? okay.
That has to be screened.
Good.
Yeah, but I wanna get into this, Christine. You have all the condition, you know, cause we talked about a lot of stuff here.
Yeah.
You know, there's no way I can put that into the, so you have that. Okay.
Could we just go over them again so I could get them straight?
Yeah, make
Can
sure
do
we-
that?
Yeah, okay, no, Laura, you got them also?
Well, we're gonna incorporate the comments.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna do that. I just wanna make sure everybody got them here.
The important, right, and the
Okay,
major one.
okay.
I just wanna read the one regarding the
Go
floor
ahead.
plans. And
Go
then
right
just
there
something
so
that
everybody
I,
knows them.
So submit revised floor plans that comply with section 4.3.3F regarding square footage per dwelling unit
Mhm.
at no less than 700
Yes.
square feet as.
Is that what the reg said, 700?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
right, shall not be
Yeah.
less.
And 700,
than
okay,
700.
that's it,
I
okay.
didn't wanna tie him to any particular number, because depending on
Right.
how he has to alter the units,
Yeah,
but,
And we want to put the lighting in, we want to do the 5 parking spots,
Additional parking.
additional parking
right, 5
spots.
additional spots,
Yes,
dark
5
sky
additional
compliant
parking.
lighting.
yeah, yeah. You got all that? I think she's got
Revised
them
floor
all.
plans.
Make sure she does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dumpster with screen, and
Dumpster.
then then the easement's gotta be revised again.
Yes, the easement's gotta be revised again. We gotta change the count on the cars. We got going up to 21 on the parking.
Correct.
Right.
And
So I mean, all
double
that stuff
with
is
the
in there.
Yep.
So we do have all that information. As long as we have it, I wanna be sure that the commission is comfortable with
Right,
that.
and we have to have for
From
the,
16
for the
to 12.
businesses that are gonna be there, we need to have the requirements for the businesses that are there.
Yeah, for what down on the lower level.
Offices.
Yeah. Okay.
So are you making that a requirement that it's only going to be office use, because there's a lot of things allowed in this zone, so
Well,
that's
he,
what
we
I
said,
would
we
say
said
yes.
Yeah,
professional,
That's what we-
professional
that's what we
offices.
discussed,
offices,
yeah.
A lawyer.
Come on.
and
So we're holding them
Don't.
Yes.
to that.
Tom, Brian, please, don't talk, we're deliberating. Don't talk.
Sorry.
Jeez. Okay. Okay,
But that's correct. That was my impression, that it was gonna be office space.
Mhm.
Like the storage was for the tenants themselves. It
Right.
wasn't
Right.
a
Right.
storage
And the rest of
business, things like that.
You know,
So-
an architect could go in there, or just some insurance agency, anything like that. Anything more than that, like childcare, anything like that, can't happen. A massage, you know, nail salons, all that stuff, no. Right?
okay, so what else do we have? Anything else to incorporate in this? Okay. Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the plan as presented with the conditions that we just outlined.
And I'll second that.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, very good.
I did, yeah.
Is that special permit or site plan?
Say again?
Is that special permit or site plan?
That was a special permit. Okay, special permit. Now, the site plan, which is, P 25-21, and that's the site plan for the same application. Can I get a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve it with the adjustments to the parking that we discussed and as outlined.
And I'll second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you so much.
I did, yeah.
Okay, now, that gets that out of the way. We're down to, we're down to Empire now?
Empire.
Yeah, okay.
Vernon, hang on for a second, we have to change the tape here.
Oh, okay.
Empire, there's a bond. that needs to be done too. That's part of conditions. I think so.
What'd you say?
Empire, there's a bond, that's part of the condition.
We ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Empire, it's P25-16. Get a motion to approve as it was presented. We had some add-ons there with some evergreens and whatever else was discussed, and I'm sure, Christine, you have that. Okay.
And the lot line revision, that was most
Yes, that's a
important.
big
We
one.
have to make sure the line,
Yeah, the lines on it. The
How
lines
do they
are,
go about that?
the lines are out.
they have to go to a surveyor and have it, the
Okay.
lines adjusted.
Okay.
Okay, I get a motion, and I get a second. Who made the motion? Anybody?
Not yet.
I'll make the motion to
Okay.
approve it.
I'll
I have a motion, and I get a second.
I'll second it.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Very good. Now, I want to, on the impact, can I get a motion to approve the CAM for Empire? That P25-16A.
I'll make a motion to approve the can.
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. So very good. Now we'll do that, now we'll do that. Now we got the appointments done. None. Okay, correspondence. We have the correspondence in your packet. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes of August 4th meeting, 2025?
I'll make a motion to approve the August 4th meetings of 2025.
Okay, can I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, a motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, very good. And is there anything else to come before the commission? Right? Anything else? No. Okay. Motion to adjourn.
I'll move to adjourn.
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, to adjourn. Thank you very much.
The preceding program is brought to you in part through a grant from the town of North Haven. Watch town meetings or other videos on demand at nhtv.com.